Representatives from the Wisconsin National Guard counter-drug program gave an update on a program in Brown County. The Wisconsin Overdose Initiative began in April and wrapped up at the end of June. It combined local, state, and federal public health and law enforcement agencies to reduce the amount of overdoses. During the initiative, officials investigated 9 overdose deaths and saved 3 people from an overdose. 7 charges were referred to identified drug suppliers across the state.
You can take away from it that collaboration and partnering on the local, state, federal level, as well as people who might have a little bit different role in dealing with overdose incidents, that we can work together to try to address this issue from multiple different ways.
Brown County Sheriff Todd Delane highlighted the importance of continuous drug education and prevention efforts.